Right, folks, quick video on the subject of this new film, 50 Shades Darker, which, of course, is in the series of the 50 Shades of Grey films. They were once books, and now they've been made into films, like a lot of books. But I just want to issue a warning about this whole thing, because I feel it's evil. I feel as though it breaks up marriages and families. Why, might you ask? Well, I feel as though it's partly responsible for breaking up my marriage and breaking up my family. Because my wife, she was a good lady. She was a good, godly, kind lady, not materialistic. And she started to read these books. She read them, and she reread them, and she reread them, and she reread them. I think about 7 or 8 times. And the more she started to read them, the more she started to talk about them and become obsessed with them, the story, talking about Mr. Grey and about this and about that in the book. And I just saw changes in her. She went from being a kind, good lady, do anything for anybody, to becoming self-absorbed, selfish, materialistic, and absolutely obsessed with her body image. She got a boob job, she lost a lot of weight, she started going to the gym, and she had Botox all over the place. She came in one day, her mouth was like that. I thought she'd been punched in the gob by somebody. I was like, what's up with your mouth? And she said, oh, I had some Botox. And I thought, well, fair enough, you know, whatever you want to do, but it looked terrible, looked absolutely awful. But as well as the external changes, there was these internal changes that were going on that were not as easy to spot at first. But she started to talk about these books over and over again, these fictional characters and the fictional story. The nuts and bolts of it, for those of you that might not know, is this millionaire, Mr. Grey. He's basically a pervert, a sadomasochist. He's got a little kinky torture chamber where he brings his women in and, you know, gets off on the whole thing, really. And he falls in love with this one particular lady. She falls in love with him, and that's basically the story. But reality check, ladies. The chances are you're not going to meet a millionaire. You're going to meet some perverted, sick, twisted individual who's going to be evil, sadomasochistic. He's going to suck you dry of your resources. He's going to destroy your marriage. He's going to break up your family, and he's going to injure you, beat you, possibly even kill you. That's the reality check. Mr. Grey doesn't exist. My wife started to change in the bedroom to reflect some of the things that were going on in the book, to the point where I became uncomfortable during our sex life. That's how serious it got. Now, obviously, couples experiment with sex in the bedroom. That's fair enough. You know, that's fine. But when one person starts to feel uncomfortable, obviously there's something wrong. But yet some of the things that were going on in the book just started to be reflected in our sex life a little bit, and they started to get more and more so. Now, obviously, because I wasn't going along with some of this stuff, because it made me feel uncomfortable, it wasn't enough for her. She went off and sought elsewhere by some parasitical individual that was waiting in the wings, somebody who was on the internet who preys on weak women who were going through a confused state of mind or some sort of midlife crisis or menopause, and which is partly, possibly as well, some of the problems that occurred with my wife. I'm not contributing all of the things that happened to her to 50 Shades of Grey, you know, hear me out. There's probably a number of factors. But yeah, I mean, there's individuals out there that will prey on people who are in this state of flux and change, and will just seize them like parasites that they are. Anyway, she had an affair with this guy. Obviously, you know, she wasn't. She was needing more excitement, so she was seeking it elsewhere. So she went off with this guy. It all came out. We ended up getting a divorce. I was actually willing to forgive her because we had such a good marriage. I was willing to work at it, but she just tasted a bit of excitement out there and felt as though she wanted more of the world of 50 Shades of Grey, possibly, or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, she's never been settled. She's never been satisfied since. It's been about 1.5 years now, and she's gone through numerous men. I mean, lots of different guys, and that is no exaggeration. It really isn't. And I really do pity her. I feel sorry for her. because she's not happy, she's not content, she's not fulfilled, and you know, I just wonder where it's all going to end, really. I really do. So if you're a guy and your wife or your girlfriend is watching 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, or reading the books, just watch out. Watch out for the warning signs, watch out for changes. Just be aware, and just start to talk to your partner and find out what's really going on in their heads. Try and get to the bottom of it, try and get to the root cause of it. And no one's marriage is beyond this, guys. I'm telling you, it really isn't. I was just so shocked. My whole family was so shocked when my wife and I split up. My colleagues were so shocked. Nobody could believe it. We had such a good marriage. Everyone said how much we loved each other. They could see it. You know, we doted on each other. We'd do anything for each other. We hardly had a bad word passed in the 25 years we were married. We got on so well. We were the best of friends. We used to love to hang out together, and this book came in, this, you know, and possibly, as I say, other changes. My wife's 50, possibly going through the menopause or some sort of midlife crisis or something, but certainly these books did contribute, I feel, and I blame these books, this 50 Shades of Grey claptrap, demonic evil cancer that it is, on destroying my marriage and breaking up my family. That might sound harsh, but that's the truth, and I would really warn people against these films. I think it's mind rot, evil, demonic, and cancerous. So yeah, that's my little 2 cents worth about what I think of the 50 Shades of Grey, and speaking from personal experience. So that's it, guys, for now. Over and out.